The 2019 NBA Finals were a monumental chapter in basketball history, a six-game epic that saw the Toronto Raptors and Golden State Warriors battle for supremacy in a series that would redefine legacies, end dynasties, and crown a new champion. For the Raptors, it was a high-stakes gamble to seize a championship window that had eluded them for years. For the Warriors, it was a quest to solidify their place among the greatest teams in sports history with a third consecutive title. With everything on the line, franchise futures, player careers, and historical immortality, the 2019 Finals delivered drama, brilliance, and heartbreak. This is the story of how a franchise rose from the ashes of past failures and how a dynasty faced its final reckoning. The stakes: a dynasty's last stand, a franchise's first chance. The Golden State Warriors entered the 2019 Finals as the NBA's gold standard, a team that had redefined modern basketball with their revolutionary style. Since 2015, they had made 5 consecutive Finals appearances, winning 3 championships with a blend of sharp shooting, defensive versatility, and unselfish play. Stephen Curry, the game's greatest shooter, Klay Thompson, his Splash Brother counterpart, and Draymond Green, the emotional and defensive anchor, formed the core of a team that had captured the league's imagination. The addition of Kevin Durant in 2016 elevated them to unprecedented heights, culminating in a 16-1 postseason run in 2017, widely regarded as the greatest playoff performance in NBA history. However, 2019 brought cracks in their armor. Durant, in the final year of his contract, faced relentless speculation about his free agency. Early in the season, a heated altercation with Green during a game against the Los Angeles Clippers exposed underlying tensions. Green reportedly told Durant the Warriors didn't need him, a comment that stung deeply given the team's prior success without him. Despite a 57-win regular season, the Warriors' chemistry was fragile, and their pursuit of a three-peat was fraught with uncertainty. The Toronto Raptors, on the other hand, were a franchise haunted by playoff disappointments. For years, they had been a regular season powerhouse, consistently finishing among the Eastern Conference's elite, only to falter when it mattered most. From 2016 to 2018, they faced LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs 3 times, losing each series. The most painful defeat came in 2018, when despite a franchise record 59 wins and the East's top seed, they were swept by Cleveland, with LeBron's buzzer beater in Game 3 sealing their fate. The Raptors had earned a reputation as postseason underachievers, unable to overcome the LeBron-shaped obstacle in their path. But in the 2018 offseason, everything changed. With LeBron's departure to the Los Angeles Lakers, the Eastern Conference was suddenly wide open. Toronto's front office made a seismic move, trading franchise icon DeMar DeRozan to the San Antonio Spurs for Kawhi Leonard, a superstar with only 1 year left on his contract. Leonard, who had played just 9 games the previous season due to a quadriceps injury and reportedly had no interest in playing in Toronto, was a massive gamble. Yet with a 58-win season and Leonard's elite two-way play, the Raptors entered the finals as a legitimate threat, ready to challenge the Warriors' dynasty and end their own history of heartbreak. The road to the finals, paths paved with adversity. The Warriors' journey to the 2019 finals was marked by resilience in the face of adversity. The Durant-Green confrontation early in the season set a tense tone, and Durant's looming free agency cast a shadow over the team. In the playoffs, they faced a formidable Houston Rockets team in the Western Conference semifinals. In Game 5, disaster struck when Durant strained his right calf, forcing him to miss the rest of the series. Despite this setback, Curry stepped up, dismantling Houston with his scoring and playmaking. In the Western Conference Finals, Curry went supernova, averaging 36 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists to sweep the Portland Trail Blazers. The Warriors reached their 5th straight finals, but Durant's uncertain status left them vulnerable against a Toronto team hungry for its first championship. The Raptors' playoff run was a testament to their grit and determination. In the Eastern Conference semifinals, they faced a stacked Philadelphia 76 ERS team featuring Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Jimmy Butler. The series went to a dramatic Game 7, where Leonard delivered one of the most iconic moments in NBA history, a game-winning buzzer beater over Embiid. The shot, a fading jumper that bounced 4 times on the rim before falling, sent Toronto to the conference finals and became a defining image of their postseason. There they faced the top-seeded Milwaukee Bucks, led by MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. After falling behind 2-0, Leonard took on the challenge of guarding Giannis, sparking a defensive turnaround that led to 4 straight wins. Toronto clinched their first ever finals berth with home court advantage, setting the stage for a historic showdown. Game 1. Toronto sets the tone. The finals opened in Toronto, marking the first time an NBA Finals game was played outside the United States. The Raptors, fueled by a raucous home crowd, came out with intensity. Despite missing Durant, the Warriors relied on Curry, who poured in 34 points, including 8 three-pointers, to keep the game competitive. However, Toronto's depth and defensive tenacity overwhelmed Golden State. Pascal Siakam, a breakout star in his third season, erupted for 32 points on an astonishing 14 of 17 shooting, showcasing his ability to attack the rim, hit mid-range jumpers, and defend multiple positions. Leonard contributed 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists, anchoring the defense with his elite perimeter play. The Raptors led by as many as 10 points in the first half and maintained control throughout, securing a 118-109 victory. The win sent a message. Toronto was not intimidated by the Warriors dynasty and was ready to compete for the title. Game 2. Warriors strike back, but injuries mount. Game 2 saw Toronto feed off their Game 1 momentum. Siakam threw down a thunderous dunk off a lob from Kyle Lowry, igniting the crowd and giving the Raptors an early lead. The Warriors, however, tapped into their championship pedigree, unleashing an 18-0 run to start the third quarter. Thompson and Curry combined for 49 points, showcasing their lethal shooting. The game took a dramatic turn when Thompson landed awkwardly after attempting a three-pointer, suffering a hamstring injury that forced him out. With Durant already sidelined, the Warriors were missing 2 of their 3 best players in crunch time. Despite this, they clung to a 2-point lead with 15 seconds left. In a clutch moment, Andre Iguodala drained a three-pointer, securing a 109-104 win and tying the series at 1-1. The victory came at a cost, as Thompson's injury raised concerns about his availability for Game 3, further depleting Golden State's roster. Game 3, Curry's heroics fall short. With Thompson and Durant sidelined, Game 3 became Stephen Curry's stage. The two-time MVP delivered a historic performance, scoring 47 points, the 9th most in a finals game, along with 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 three-pointers. Curry's arsenal of step-back threes, floaters, and drives kept the Warriors competitive, but Toronto's balanced attack proved too much. Leonard led with 30 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, showcasing his two-way dominance. The Raptors' supporting cast stepped up, with Lowry adding 23 points and Van Vliet hitting timely shots. With a minute left, Van Vliet's rainbow three-pointer put the game out of reach, securing a 123-109 victory. Toronto took a 2-1 lead, exposing the Warriors' vulnerability without their full roster and putting pressure on Golden State to respond. Game 4, Leonard's masterclass puts Warriors on the ropes. Thompson returned for Game 4, but it was Leonard who stole the show. The Raptors' star erupted for 36 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 steals, starting with a 17-point first quarter that set the tone. His array of mid-range jumpers, drives, and three-pointers evoked comparisons to Michael Jordan in his prime. In the third quarter, Leonard continued his onslaught, hitting a 3, stealing the ball from Green, and drilling another triple. His performance powered Toronto to a 105-92 win, giving them a commanding 3-1 lead. The Warriors dynasty was on the brink of collapse, and their hopes of a three-peat now rested on a historic comeback. Game 5, Durant's return and devastating injury. Game 5 brought the long-awaited return of Kevin Durant, who had been sidelined since his calf injury. Durant looked like his old self, scoring 11 points in the first quarter, including 3 three-pointers. The Warriors' championship hopes were reignited, but tragedy struck in the second quarter. Just 11 minutes into his return, Durant collapsed, clutching his right Achilles. The diagnosis was a torn Achilles, a career-altering injury that casts doubt on his future in basketball. Despite the emotional blow, the Warriors held a lead late in the fourth quarter. Leonard, however, turned into the Claw, scoring 10 straight points to put Toronto up by 6. The Warriors fought back, with Thompson and Curry hitting clutch three-pointers to take a 3-point lead with a minute left. With 10 seconds remaining, Lowry had a chance to win the championship for Toronto, but was blocked by Green. The Warriors escaped with a 106-105 victory, forcing Game 6 and keeping their dynasty alive for one more game. Game 6, Toronto's coronation and a dynasty's fall. Game 6 was the breaking point for both teams. Lowry, the heart and soul of the Raptors, opened with 11 straight points, setting an aggressive tone. Thompson countered for the Warriors, scoring 18 points in the first half to give Golden State a 3-point lead at the break. The third quarter was a slugfest, with Leonard and Thompson trading highlight reel plays. Thompson's 30-point performance, including a 30-foot heat check 3, kept the Warriors alive. However, disaster struck when Thompson suffered a torn ACL after a hard foul on a layup attempt. In a display of incredible toughness, he returned to sink 2 free throws before exiting, marking his final appearance for over 2 years. In the fourth quarter, VanVleet emerged as the hero, hitting back-to-back three-pointers to give Toronto the lead. With 46 seconds left, Siakam's floater put the Raptors up by 3. Curry had a chance to tie the game with a three-pointer in the final seconds, but it rimmed out. Toronto held on for a 114-110 victory, clinching their first NBA championship. The aftermath: a new champion rises, a dynasty crumbles. The 2019 NBA Finals were a turning point for both franchises. For the Raptors, the victory was a triumph over years of playoff heartbreak. Leonard's Finals MVP performance, averaging 28.5 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 4.2 assists, solidified his status as one of the game's elite. Lowry, Siakam, and VanVleet proved their mettle, transforming Toronto into champions. The win was a testament to the Raptors' bold gamble on Leonard, who delivered when it mattered most. For the Warriors, the series marked the end of their dynasty. Durant's Achilles injury and Thompson's ACL tear altered the team's trajectory, and Durant's departure to Brooklyn in free agency sealed the end of an era. The finals showcased the beauty and brutality of basketball, with moments of brilliance overshadowed by devastating injuries. Toronto's victory was a celebration of resilience and redemption, while Golden State's resilience, despite overwhelming adversity, underscored their greatness. The 2019 NBA Finals will forever be remembered as a clash of dreams, where a new champion rose from the north and a dynasty bowed out in a blaze of glory. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more content. Thank you.